What's going on, everyone? This your boy Ron back with DFS Greatness. I hope everyone having a good time, man. And week 2 is here. Football made it through the first week. No fans, a little bit weird, but I guess it's a new normal. But before I start my video, you like the page, you like the content, you feel like this video is helpful, subscribe to my channel. Like my page, man. I'm just here to give you guys great plays. I'm not really constructing on lineup for you guys. I'm just giving you plays I feel is in good matchups tomorrow. So these guys will be able to win you guys some money, man. That's how you take down determinants. You just gotta be different. And also, man, if you want some information, man, help, you can follow me on Twitter at DFS Greatness. I'm just here to give you guys great lineups and great picks. Let's get to it. And my favorite quarterbacks tomorrow, man, you always got Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes, 9,500, 9,000, man. If you want to spend up for those guys, you can. But I feel like one of my favorite quarterbacks tomorrow is Dak Prescott, man. Going against Atlanta. Atlanta last week against Russell Wilson, man. They still look bad. Atlanta defense still haven't recovered from the Super Bowl. So I definitely like Prescott tomorrow, man. He's $1,500 cheap on DraftKings. Right now, he's averaging 17.66 fantasy points a game. Going against Atlanta, their defense ranked 32nd against the quarterbacks and 31 against 30-1 as a whole defense. So defense not that good. Definitely, if you want to go get Dak Prescott, you want to check on Amari Cooper. If he don't play tomorrow, you want to look at CD Lamb and also Gallup, man. Like you want to definitely stack these receivers with Dak Prescott tomorrow. Definitely like Dak Prescott. I just feel like he's in a good matchup, man, tomorrow. And you got Mike McCarthy. He dialed up nearly 40 pass attempts in week 1. So, he's going to dial up a lot of passing plays. So, definitely like Prescott against Atlanta defense is not that good. And they're both 0-1 right now. So, somebody got to win. And my next quarterback, I definitely like 8,200, Josh Allen. Going against Miami Dolphins. Against the quarterback, they're ranked 22nd. They're not that good at all. $1,500 cheap on DraftKings. He's projected tomorrow to get 21 fantasy points. I definitely like Josh Allen against Miami. A good matchup. And at 7,900, you got a lot of good options, man. I think one of my favorite options tomorrow is Aaron Rodgers going against Detroit. They ranked 22nd as against the quarterback and 26 against the quarterback and 26 defense overall. He's $1,000 cheap on DraftKings. He's projected to get 19.9 fantasy points tomorrow against Detroit. If I'm definitely going to get paid for A-Rod, you want to have his favorite receiver on your side, Devontae Adams, man. The guy's a dog, man. Devontae had a pretty good game last week. I'm definitely like the price tag, man. I feel like it's too cheap if you want to play that for him. And also, if I want to go down for quarterbacks that catch my eye, sleeper on quarterbacks I want to pay down for, definitely like Matthew Stafford at 7,200. And I like Mitch Trubisky, man. I know y'all laugh at Mitch Trubisky, but last week he was solid, man. 24 fantasy points, got the job done going against New York Giants. You see what happened last week with Big Ben. Big Ben tortured them against the quarterback. They ranked 24. So definitely like him. He's $1,700 on DraftKings. If you want to go down that price for him, do not see wrong with paying him. He's projected to get 24. He's projected tomorrow just to get around 24 fantasy points. So I definitely like Mr. Trubisky. And Matthew Stafford, love Matthew Stafford tomorrow. Matthew Stafford, 7,200. He don't have his favorite target, Kenny Golladay. He's out. But, either way it go, man, he's $1,000 cheap on DraftKings. Green Bay is ranked 23rd against quarterbacks. So it's going to be a shootout. In case they, Green Bay put a lot of points, Matthew Stafford going to have at least 30 to 40 passing attempts tomorrow. And you got Jimmy Garoppolo tomorrow, averaging 19.2 fantasy points a game. He in a fantastic matchup going against the Giants tomorrow. Against the Jets. He's $1,400 cheap on DraftKings. They're going against the Jets defense ranked 30th. So I definitely like him tomorrow. You can play him tomorrow. Definitely have some Rasul Mustard. Stack him up with him. And if I did go cheaper, it's $100 cheaper. You got another guy to keep an eye on, Phillip Rivers. He's $1,200 cheap on DraftKings going against Minnesota. Last week, Minnesota got torched. So, I feel like Phillip Rivers can redeem himself. He had a few turnovers last week. Definitely have some exposure to Phillip Rivers. And that's about it. That's the quarterbacks I like for tomorrow, man. And let's get to the running backs. On the running backs tomorrow, you got a lot of good options. At the top at 10,500 is Christian McCaffrey. I'm not gonna tell you guys it's the play. I'm not paying up for Christian McCaffrey tomorrow. I feel like you can go a little bit cheaper at running backs, and I feel like there's a lot of good other options that's way cheaper than him tomorrow. Do not. I mean, if you want to spend up for, you can. He's matchup proof. Last week he had 27 fantasy points. But like I'm saying, man, I'm still on this Cowboy games. Ezekiel Elliott at 8,600. I love the price tag for him. He's averaging 26.2 fantasy points a game. I'm going against Atlanta, ranked 25th against running backs. He's $400 cheap on DraftKings. I love the price tag, man. His touches, he got a 41% touch rate. He's projected to get 18 fantasy points tomorrow. Definitely love the price tag with Ezekiel Elliott. And the same game, if he's he's about $300 cheaper. Running back I like a lot is Derrick Henry tomorrow going against Jacksonville. He's $400 cheap on DraftKings. Jacksonville defense ranked 29th as a whole. 29th against 29th against running backs. Definitely like their price tag for him. He had over 30 touches last week. They're gonna get him the ball no matter what. Henry's gonna get touches. So always remember, if you playing Henry, he's gonna get the touch. And another running back I definitely like a lot tomorrow is Todd Gurley at 7,000. Last week, Todd Gurley, he had a good game, man. But, Atlanta the offense really wasn't a problem. It's more the defense couldn't stop nobody. So he's $900 cheap on DraftKings at 7,000. Definitely like the price tag for him. He's projected to get around 12 fantasy points tomorrow. Definitely like Todd Gurley if you want to be a little bit different. And if I did go cheaper, you always get your Austin Eckler 6,900. He had a not too much of a good game last week. It was a committee approach. They had another running back and also they scored a touchdown. I forgot the guy's name, but Miles Sanders tomorrow will be back at 6,800 against the Los Angeles Rams. You see what happened last week? Your boy Ezekiel Elliott ran all over them. He's $800 cheaper on DraftKings. So definitely want to have some Miles Sanders exposure just to be a little different. Do not to see wrong with him at all. And after this, man, it's a lot of good cheap options. I want to recommend you guys to be a little different tomorrow. One of my favorite plays at 5,800 tomorrow. He should be getting the bulk of the carries. Is Jonathan Taylor for the Colts, man, going against Minnesota. At 5,800, I will pay them. Their defense is 32nd overall against the running back, 23rd, man. So they're not that good at all. So he's $1,000. He's $100 cheaper on DraftKings, but I definitely play that price. But you gotta be careful. You still got Nyheim Hines. He's definitely gonna be a vulture at the goal line. He's a little bit cheaper too. He's 5,500. But both of those guys are good plays. So I'm not gonna tell you guys not to play them. Do not see wrong with their price tag at all. And you still got like Adrian Peterson, 5,500, man. He had 12 fantasy points last week. Adrian Peterson is a vet. He's going to get them goal line touches. I was shocked that they used Adrian Peterson that much last week, but he did get a lot of opportunities. Peterson finished with 14.4 fantasy points last week. He was second on the weekend with 35 rushing yards over expected. He also led our rush with 5 rushes of 10 yards or more. And you know what? The Lions are desperate to win. So you know how Matt Patricia is, man. He's going to try to control the pace of the game. So you also look at guys like Adrian Peterson, man, for that price tag. Yeah, man, and also no Le'Veon Bell. He's out. I'm pretty sure Le'Veon Bell will probably be cut next year from the Jets. If you want to go cheap, like Frank Gore, they say he will be starting, but Frank Gore is, he's still out there, man, just an old vet. If you want to go look at Frank Gore. My favorite receiver tomorrow, man, is Devontae Adams at 8,600, man. I love paying up for this guy. He's averaging 34.6 fantasy points a game, man. That's crazy, man. Video game numbers. That's A-Rod's favorite target. Last week, he had 17 targets. That's crazy. He's projected tomorrow to get around 17 fantasy points in a good matchup against Detroit. They ranked 29th as against the receiver, 26th as a whole defense. So I do not see the wrong with that price they're paying that for him at all. And another guy I definitely want to have some exposure to tomorrow. He's always matchup proof. It's Julio Jones, man, at 8,200. going against Dallas Cowboys. Julio still gonna get his 12 targets a game. I definitely like Julio tomorrow to have some exposure to Julio. Do not see anything wrong with playing Julio tomorrow. I feel like he's in a good matchup. And against the Colts tomorrow, Adam Thielen, he's sitting at 7,300. Definitely like him, man. He's averaging 28 fantasy points a game. Last game got around 8 targets. He's $100 cheap on DraftKings going against Indianapolis against the wide receiver that ranked 27. Definitely like the price tag for him a lot. And another one of my favorite receivers tomorrow, I love Allen Robinson against the Giants. You see last week what happened. What happened last week? Juju Schuster tortured those guys. They ranked 30th right now, man. Definitely like it, man. You know, but this is a great matchup for the Bears this week against the Giants, who allowed the fifth most fantasy points received in 2019, and then allowed 3 touchdown passes against the Steelers on Monday. And if Mitch has a heart, he would target Allen like 30 times in the game. That's what I'm saying. So also keep an eye on that. And Amari Cooper, I'm telling you, man, I'm definitely have a Dallas stack tomorrow, man. Patrick with Dak Prescott and Amari Cooper and Zeke in the lineup, man, against Atlanta. I definitely like Amari Cooper. If he does play, man, he's going to be a shoe-in for me. I'm definitely going to have him in my lineup because I feel like it's a good matchup, man, against Atlanta. Do not see wrong with playing this guy. And I want to stay in that another receiver. I like the price tag, too, at 6,400. Is Marvin Jones against Green Bay, man. 27. They rank 27 right now. Definitely like him. He's $700 cheaper on DraftKings. Do not see where I'm paying him. No Kenny Galladay, so he will get targets. He got 8 targets last week. Definitely like them. Should be a shootout tomorrow. It's 6,400. If you want to go with my guy John Brown, like the price tag for him is that if you want to play him, definitely have Josh Allen with him. The Dolphins were one of the worst against the slot receivers last year, giving up 15 touchdowns from the slot. Beasley led the Bills in slot targets in Week 1, so definitely want to have John Brown on Michael Beasley, Cole Beasley on your lineup, just to be a little bit different. I see where I'm playing those guys. And that's about like cheap receivers. Michael Gallup, with the Cowboys, is definitely like him. If Amari Cooper somehow don't play tomorrow. And Robbie Anderson is Teddy Bridgewater blanket, his favorite target. He threw it to him a lot last week. If you want to go down there to him just to be different, I paid him in a tournament, and nobody had no exposure to him. And it gave me a big difference, in the winnings. And also, like I mentioned earlier, Robinson, you got Anthony Miller. He's a good receiver to have in your lineup also. But if I did go cheap, and one of my favorite guys is in that same game, I love Paris Campbell, man. He's in the Indianapolis game. I'm going against Minnesota, man. He's 5,300. See him wrong with paying him. He's $900 cheaper on DraftKings. And right now, man, Minnesota defense is like dead last because their numbers reflected on Week 1 when they got tortured by Devontae Adams. So definitely has exposure to Paris Campbell just to be a little bit different. Love the price tag for him. If I did go anybody cheaper, you want to get the cheapest I would go with. I love the rookie, man, CD Lamb. He only got 8 targets last week, 8 fantasy points, but I love playing rookies early in the season because the rookie will snap, man. He's going to snap and go off. So it will happen. It's going to be a game. He's going to snap. You're like, damn, I didn't play him. I always going to have exposure to that. And you got Valdez Scantling with the Green Bay. It's sitting at 5,100. Averaging 17 fantasy points a game, man. Detroit secondary is not that good. He's $500 cheap on DraftKings. So you want to look at that price tag. Definitely plays a factor. And that's about it. I recommend you guys to have your lineup tomorrow for wide receiver. I just give you guys a lot of my favorite plays. I just going by matchup, man. At the end of the day, man, I don't care about price tag. A lot of people always worry about like using the whole salary cap. To win tournaments, you don't have to use your whole salary cap. You just gotta play people that play smart and play people in good matchups. That's how you win. You just can't go always with big names. You just gotta be different. Trust me, and it will work. In the tight end position, my favorite tight end tomorrow is 7,500. Mark Andrews, $1,200 cheap on DraftKings. Houston ranked against the tight end, ranked 25th. Overall defense 28th. Houston defense is not that good at all, man. I feel sorry for Deshaun Watson, man. Their defense is terrible. Right now, man, he's Mark Andrews, man, averages 20 fantasy points a game. He got around 6 targets. And Lamar Jackson, I always look at Mark Andrews when he's in the red zone. That's just like blanket, man. He's always somehow open. So definitely want to have Andrews in your lineup. He's 7,500, man. He's a little bit pricey, but definitely like the price tag. But a lot of people, Zach Ertz, you got to look at him at 6,300. A lot of people didn't hit him last week. Then Goddard, what happened, man, last week, Zach Ertz was like doubled a lot and Goddard was open. So another statistic I learned about Zach Ertz, at home, he had double-digit fantasy points. So they playing the Rams at home, so I definitely like Zach Ertz to be a little different. He will be low on tomorrow, 6,300. I love the price tag for him. And I definitely feel like he can give you at least double-digit fantasy points tomorrow if you want to have him in your tight end. George Kittle is out, man. So you definitely want to go back. It's Jordan Reed's side, and people laugh. I mean, Jordan Reed's concussion prone, but I feel like Jordan Reed is a good matchup proof tomorrow if you want to go get him. Do not see wrong playing Jordan Reed. And another tight end, Hunter Henry, going against Kansas City. That ranked 27 against tight ends, and he will get around. Last week he had 8 targets. He's $1,000 cheap on DraftKings. And another tight end that I like a lot tomorrow, recommend you guys to have, is Evan Ingram going against Chicago. I know last week he only had 1 fantasy points. I had him in a few lineups. He was terrible. But, at the end of the day, man, you got to keep going back to people. Definitely like the price tag for Evan Ingram tomorrow. Do not see wrong with playing him. And another tight end, Jimmy Graham. He did get targeted a lot last week, man, but he hit almost had a touchdown. He got stopped 2 times at the 1-yard line. So Jimmy Graham was on Mr. Trubisky mind. He's 1,700 cheap on DraftKings. So definitely the DraftKings price for him. At 5,400, you still got Rob Gronkowski, man. It's a lot of injury news already. Goodwin, he's already ruled out for tomorrow. No Goodwin. So Gronkowski, I feel like he will get a little bit more, chemistry with Brady. He got the chemistry with Brady. Hopefully he gets some more targets. He had 3 targets last week. If you want to go back to the well with him. And Noah Fant had last week, had a good game, man. But if you want to go back to him, I do not see wrong with paying that price at 5,300. I feel like he can't redeem himself. And that's about it for tight ends. Jonas Smith at 4,900 for the Titans. Love him. I like Eric Ebron too, man. Eric Ebron is a hell of a tight end. He just didn't get a lot of targets. Last week he only had 2 targets. You can't really do much with 2 targets. And Jonas Smith for the Titans, man. I love this guy, man. No Delaney Walker no more, so it's all him. And Jordan Reed, I'm just saying he's 4,800. I'm just saying he's 4,800, man. No Kittle, so it's all Jordan Reed. So I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying, man. I'm just throwing a name out. I didn't really, some guys don't really talk about. You got Travis Kelce. I mean, you know what he can bring to the table. I'm just giving you guys I like in good matchups. That's how I feel. And let's get on this defense. The defense for tomorrow, who I like a lot. I feel like the best defense to have in your lineup tomorrow, definitely like the Buffalo Bills against Miami Dolphins. I feel like Buffalo, man, they had only 8 fantasy points last week, but I feel as they're $1,000 cheaper on DraftKings going against Miami. Miami's not an offense to be scared about, and Miami really, last week they really didn't do much. I feel like Tua will be starting sometime soon. And another defense I like, if you want to spin up for 49ers, another wrong with paying that 5,300 and 4,700 for the Baltimore Ravens. They always somehow get turnovers. They that 1,100 cheap on DraftKings. And Pittsburgh against Denver, man. Pittsburgh defense was very solid last week. Against New York, they a lot of pressure, and your guy didn't have nothing last week. Barkley, man, he was on lockdown. That was wild, man. Barkley never been on lockdown like that, man. Throw away the key. And another defense I'm gonna have some exposure to, Kansas City defense, man, against the Chargers last week. Tyrod Taylor, I mean, he was just a ball manager. He didn't do nothing last week that just was incredible. Definitely, and if KC gets up big enough in a lead, like I believe it will, then it's going to be force Tyrod Taylor into pass-heavy game script that could lead to more turnovers. I'm just saying, if it goes down that route. And you always look at other defense. Definitely like this week. I like the Washington football defense, man. They played pretty good. They had a hell of a last week, man. They had 8 sacks against the Eagles week 1. That was crazy, man. They front seven to something serious. If you want to go pay down 3,900 against Arizona, definitely like the price tag. This is a cheap defense to be a little bit different. Do not stand wrong with that. Playing that for them guys. Any cheaper defense I would recommend you guys to go with. You always need to look at the Cardinals at 3,600 going against Haskins. You know, anything can happen with Haskins. He can throw and turn the ball over. We've seen that a lot. And yeah, man, these are my plays of the week, man. And let's go on a little game totals, man. Okay, you got the Los Angeles Rams going against the Philadelphia Eagles. The game is sitting at 45.5 total. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna take the over with that, guys, and I'm gonna take the they're giving the Rams +1. Take the +1 and the money line. I feel like the Rams is gonna come up there and play pretty good. I'm definitely like that one. The Carolina Panthers against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm gonna take Tampa Bay with the money line, and that's about it with that one. And you can take the -8 points, and with that, I feel like the Panthers will beat them by more than 8 points. And Denver Broncos and Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm gonna go to over 40 points, and I'm gonna take Pittsburgh with the money line. And the Atlanta Falcons against the Dallas Cowboys. I'm gonna take the over. That will be a high-scoring game, and I'm gonna take the Cowboys on this one. Cowboys -3, and you got San Francisco against New York Jets. I'm gonna take the over, and I'm gonna take the money line with the San Francisco. And you got Buffalo against Miami. Let me get Buffalo -6. And let me get I'm going to go, this is so tricky. I'm going to get the money line with the Buffalo. And let me get the under 42 points. Minnesota Vikings against the Indianapolis Colts. Let me get the this game right here. Let me get the under. And let me get Minnesota +3. And I'm going to take the money line with Minnesota. You got Detroit and Green Bay. Let me get Green Bay -6. And right here, this game right here, let me get the over 50. And money line Green Bay. And you got the Jacksonville Jaguars and Tennessee Titans. Let me get the over, and let me get Tennessee with the money line. And Tennessee Titans -7. I'll take that because I feel like the Titans will be able to get them -7. And the Washington football team against the Arizona Cardinals. Let me get the Cardinals money line. And let me get the over 46.5. Baltimore, Houston. I'm definitely taking the over on that game. And let me get Baltimore with the money line -7. And you got Kansas City Chiefs going against Los Angeles Chargers. Let me get the let me get the Chiefs -9 over 47 and the money line Kansas City. And for Sunday night, you got New England Patriots and Seattle. Let me get Seattle -4 over 44.5. And let me get Seattle with the money line. Monday night, you got the Las Vegas Raiders and New Orleans Saints. Let me get the over 48. And money line, New Orleans Saints. And I'm going to get the -5, man. These are our picks, man. Hopefully, this video is helpful. You like the content. You feel like everything is helpful. Subscribe to my channel. Like my page, man. Until next time, I'm out. Good luck, everyone. And you can follow me on Twitter, DFS Greatness. Until next time, I'm out. Let's get to the bag, man. Week 2. Let's get it.